Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's Sunday the 22nd of January 2023 and today I'm in Perth City for another collaboration. So I've done a few collaborations in the past with Justin, user 349, mainly just those, yeah. But now I'm doing another one for the first time with this person, and we're going to do another challenge video, which I might make one of my subscriber specials in the future. I don't have to upload this for a while. And we'll go meet them over where we met all the other people that we collaborated with at Forest Place. So it's basically like a tradition now that we meet people there. So let's head around the corner and take a look. Okay, here we are, Forest Place from the south side. Let's head around the corner and see if they're there. Should be around here somewhere. Some coffee. Let's put it in the bin. Don't need that. Here they are. This is train and attic, and so today we're going to be doing a challenge to visit the most train stations as we can in 3 hours without passing through one twice. Pretty similar to the 1000 subscriber special that I did, but it's not visiting all the stations, it's just visiting as many as we can, and we're going to start at Perth train station in a moment. Anything you have to say?
No, just yeah, we did say no planning.
Yeah, I haven't planned anything.
On the spot?
I haven't planned anything, we're just going to start at random time. Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's see how bad this can go. Meet back here after 3 hours?
Oh, we have to be back here after 3.
Yeah, so we can do an after and things like that for.
Yeah, I know, but...
Let's see how bad we can get.
Okay then. Let's start.
Now I have zero train Perth knowledge, but you have a lot.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be a challenge and a half. Alright, I guess we should probably get started.
Yes, soon.
Let's see how bad we can both do.
10:07 a.m. and we're going to start. Well, bye I guess. We're gonna come back here. We're gonna come back here at 1:07 p.m. and we'll do something. So, I haven't specifically planned any times as such, but I have taken a look, thought about what I might do, because you can't stop myself from thinking. Oh, that's a lot of traffic. Anyway, actually, airport line service probably leaves in 30 seconds. Imagine catching that right now. Let's go inside. I see airport line trains. This is the first station. There is an airport line train here. If I can get on this, it's a good escape from train and attic, so we can't follow me. Here we go. Off to a good start. We're only 3 minutes in and already at station number 2. Station 4. Indian Pacific locomotive there. Anyway, heading to Mount Thornlie now. Meltham train station. Set 81 here and got off now. So that was definitely a good idea to head out east, because the east of Perth has the most stations in the shortest distance, so you can knock them out quick. The worst idea would be to go on the Mandurah line, because it's got less stations than the Midland Line on a track which is over 5 times longer or 4 times longer. So absolutely crazy. Bad idea, don't do that. There goes 81 to High Wycombe. I know I could have gone out to the airport, but it's not really a good idea, because then you can't go back where you came from and you have to use some buses. And I want to knock out the whole Midland Line, because it's so many stations so close together. Like, you can see them. I can see Maylands. Bayswater is around the corner. So it's really good to knock them out like this. The only reason I took that airport line train was just to run away, basically, so no one follows me or sees what I'm doing, although he could have gone on the Midland Line train. But here's a nice map we can look now. I got off at Meltham because it's much quieter. And you can melt some ham here, because it's very hungry. I'm very hungry, and it's very hot today, 36 degrees. Maybe I should melt some ham. Yeah, let me just do that now. I finished melting my ham. That was delicious. I melted it on the red bricks on the platform. And I fed it to these fish. They're alive, you know. Look, they bite you. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at our map now. So what we did was, if you're unfamiliar with the network, like me, some people from Train Attic's channel might be, since he's pretty unfamiliar, I got on at Perth, took the airport line, lovely light blue. Wait, imagine the Midland Line didn't exist, and these stations are just light blue. That's so weird. Anyway, took it out to Meltham now. Now, you can see how many stations you have just on the Midland Line. And then the scarceness of the Mandurah line when it's like 70 plus kilometers, while that is only 16. So we're gonna travel all the way out to Midland, although I'm not allowed to plan anything. So I'm just hoping there'll be good bus connections. We're also doing this on a Sunday to make it trickier, because buses are so scarce on Sundays. The whole point is that sometimes we might get stuck somewhere, not directly connecting with peak hour bus services. Anyway, look at this. The Indian Pacific locomotive is shunting along the line, traveling along the line here. Very cool. Using the other part of the dual gauge railway, and it's about to come express through Meltham. Pretty weird. I've never seen this before. Train. Woodbridge? The hell? That's weird. Just an Indian Pacific locomotive coming through the station. The next train to Woodbridge does not stop at this station. That was weird. Yep, so my plan in my head, I haven't looked at bus times or anything, is just to go over to Midland, take a bus back to High Wycombe, knock these 3 stations out, because that's just some bonus stations now. Then I can take a bus high frequency 940 to Bearswood, which I'm pretty guaranteed to catch one, and then I can do a lot of the southeastern area with a lot of stations as well. And that'll probably already take almost the whole 3 hours. Have to make sure to get back by Perth, because let's say every minute that you're late you lose one station. That's a cool rule. So yeah, we'll try to do that. Set 58 doing another airport line service at Meltham. I really like the airport line, because 3-car trains on the heritage lines are just so cool, and like the way they stop and start so frequently and like shake. I don't know, I just really like 3-car trains on the heritage lines, B series. It's so cool. And then the tunnel to finish it all off. And the airport line goes on both sides of Perth. That's why it's so cool. Anyway, see our Midland Line train now. It's over at Maylands at the moment. Nice A series, and we'll take that all the way to Midland to knock out quite a few more stations. A series just pulling out of Maylands, and the pedestrian maze is already closing because these stations are also very close to each other. One of the coolest sections on the network, in fact, just a straight line over from Maylands to Meltham on the roads on both sides. It was even cooler when the Caledonian Avenue level crossing was still open. Here we go, A series train now over to Midland. I hope that Train Attic didn't take this one, otherwise we're gonna see each other and be like, ah, hi. Oh, it's the USB charging train, that's nice, at 43. And 35 on the rear. Disgusting A series when you could have a nice airport line B series. Let's hop on board. Let's listen to the announcement. They really sound very weird here on A series trains. It says, next station Bayswater. Change at Bayswater for the airport line, sir. It's like they just merged something together. Like, it's so weird. Like, airport. Screens probably don't work actually.
Next station,
oh, it does.
Bayswater. Then all stations to Midland. Change at Bayswater for airport line services.
Okay, it's the female announcer, that's not the same thing, but the male announcer is just so weird. It's like, change at Bayswater for airport line services. Or like, airport line. So it's, I don't know how to say it, it's just very weird. Sometimes it even says Midland Line, even though you're on the Midland Line. And you can see it doesn't even have the message, it just scrolls across next station Bayswater instead of saying next station Bayswater underneath. Female announcer says airport better though. And we're arriving. This is station number... what is it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 already. Nice. Here we go. You can see all the construction works as well. Midland Line shutdown is happening from the 31st of March.
Change here for the airport line services.
No, did you hear that? It's like, change here for the airport line service. It's like it's about to say Midland, but then it says airport. It's like, change here for the, and it says the. Change here for the airport line services. Anyway, 31st of March and 23rd of April, Midland Airport Line shut down. And then 2 of the new platforms here should open. Station 9 already. Look at that, 9 out of 75 in 23 minutes. Pretty good. Bassendean Railway Museum there, one of Trainmatic's interesting places. I made a video on that a while ago, you can watch it. Station 10. The announcement broke. Anyway, this is Bassendean. Success Hill. Should I get out here for success? Nah, I think just passing through will give me success. Get forward.
Doors closing. This is East Guildford.
Freight trains spotted
Midland, where this service terminates.
on the freight railway over there. Cool with the transport train running parallel to one. Morrison Road level crossing. This one will be removed as well at some stage. Oh, that's a pretty short freight train. Usually they're way longer.
This is Midland Station. This service terminates here.
Arrived at Midland train station. Let's head over to the bus interchange. Tagging off at the 15th station of this challenge, and we're only 40 minutes in. So, looks like there's 1683 because of the ad. I haven't even seen the number yet. It is. And 277 just came in. Might be my lucky day. 10:45 on a Sunday. Oh, the service is scarce. Nope, I missed a 277 6 minutes ago. 291 to Redcliffe. Well, it's a shame. I can take a 291 to Redcliffe, but then I'll have to either skip the airport line stations or travel to Bereswood. Or go to High Wycombe and then you go to like Cannington. I don't know. It's a long wait for other services. It's almost yeah. It's about too long. We'd have to wait for 23 minutes. So I'll probably just get in the 291 to Redcliffe. Shame. Here's the 291 service, TP 1683. We'll go over to Redcliffe. There goes 1683. I just arrived at Redcliffe. I just realized there's actually a lot of changes to the rules that I didn't know about. So basically, I was told that, one, I am allowed to plan my journey now on my phone, so I don't have to go to random stations, which is good because I was going to go to High Wycombe now, tick off some more stations, and then I checked and I realized there wouldn't be a bus there to get me anywhere good for 40 minutes, so thank God I'm not doing that. And then I was also told that express trains count if you're passing through, and it counts if you're only passing through on buses and not going on trains, which means now this Redcliffe counts as station number 16 without me going on a train like that one to High Wycombe right there, which I would have caught at 112. Anyway, also he said that you can pass through the same stations to get back to Perth, but I don't think that's a good idea. It just makes the challenge seem too simple. And he said that it should be every 10 minutes later that you arrive, that you lose one station. That's so stupid. Then I could come 5 hours late, only lose like 30 stations, but get more than 30 extra. So don't think that's good. We made it like 3 minutes now, but still. I really don't like the idea of being able to pass through the same ones on the way back. Anyway, it's now just over an hour since we started, 1/3 of the way there. I'm gonna catch a 9:40 now. Unfortunately, we're not going to tick off Airport Central or Redcliffe. Quick 9:40 over to Bereswood Station along Great Eastern Highway. Bit of indiscrepancy on the timetable here. It's just so weird. Like on Sundays it's at 11:14. On weekdays it's at 11:15. Everything is 1 minute later on weekdays than weekends. Just why? That's so annoying. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, no, yeah, because it's 10-minute frequency, but still, just so weird. And the bus is late. It's already 11:17, and it's just over there now. Another future bus. Arrived at Bereswood Station, Great Eastern Highway. 3 buses here: 1698, 940, 2342, 270, and 2350, 39. All passed at the same time. I just realized how trash the frequency is at like the intermediate Thornlie Line stations on Sundays. So bad. Thornlie Line frequency every 30 minutes. We already knew that. But there is Armadale Line stopping services. Every second one on a Sunday is a stopping service. Stops at even the middle stations. But that means that like it doesn't operate equally. So there's like 23 minute gaps between trains, and then an 8-minute gap, and then another 23-minute gap. It's so bad. So I just checked the rest of my route. The next, I just missed the train to Perth. Next one's in like 22 minutes, as I said. So definitely not waiting for that, and there's no point because I've already been at Perth, so I could only go one stop to Perth Stadium, and even not that with the Thornlie Line. So we're going downwards, southeast. Thornlie Line train is in 13 minutes. Armadale Line train's in about 25. We're not gonna take the Armadale Line. It's not worth it. And I've seen Thornlie Line train will get to Thornlie at exactly 12, then we wait for a 206 service. We take it to Mandurah, and then there'll be a train soon after back to Perth Underground, which will arrive at 1:03 p.m, 4 minutes before the deadline to be back at Forest Place. So it's a perfect plan. Altogether, I calculated that is 30 stations, including the express pass through Beckenham, because apparently express counts. And 30 is almost half. Half is 37.5 stations at the moment. Hang on. 30. Oh yeah. I'm so stupid. I just realized in the 1,000 subscriber special I called the 36 station halfway. Gosh, I'm stupid. Because I was still thinking of 72. Anyway. Yeah, so that's 30 stations, which is close to half, which is pretty good for 3 hours, considering the 1,000 subscriber special took 12 hours. So, got to Bayswater now. This is the 17th station I'm going to take off. I'm going to wait here for 10 minutes, take a Thornlie Line train. Armadale Line Express coming through the station. Sadly, 2 express trains an hour, so you can't catch this one. Slow 15 minutes for the actual next Armadale one. Here's our train, it's at 48 and 24. The Perth bound Armadale Express just went through as well.
This is Victoria Park. This is Oak Street.
Street Oats.
This is Watchable. This is Queen's Park. This is Camden. Change here for all stations Beckenham to Armadale.
Beckenham station passing through. This is station 24, counting on an express. Now just the spur to Thornlie.
This is Thornlie Station. This service terminates here.
arrived at Thornlie on the half-hourly service. Pretty bad. This is crazy. The residents of Thornlie have this big station with a bus interchange. Get a train every 30 minutes on Sunday. Meanwhile, like Lock Street with absolutely nothing, train every 7 minutes. What the hell? So unfair. Now what the airport line's done, it's absolutely crazy. Same like late in the evening. It's just insane. Even our Midland Line gets 30-minute frequency late in the evening, while the airport line continues on a 7-minute one. Anyway, let's head out now. Here we go. They're actually running TB services now. Exactly noon. There's a stadium event today, which I'll go and film later as well in the evening, the stadium buses, but I'll actually go home in the middle. So yeah, that's the first Thornlie Stadium train today. Anyway, we're here at Thornlie Station now, just gotta wait about 12 minutes for the 206 service to Mandurah. Also, I found a great error on the sign at Thornlie. It has a Thornlie stopping diagram, has Perth Stadium with 2 stars, and then the stars say weekends, public holidays and special events only. No! Thornlie Line services do not stop at Perth Stadium no matter what, so you should not have this at Thornlie Station. Only on special events like today. That's just wrong. I just realized I could have done something different other than waiting for this 206. I could have taken the 9:30 a few minutes ago, gone to the city, got off somewhere in the city, then ran to Perth Underground Station, to take the Mandurah Line 1 stop to Elizabeth Quay, then run to Elizabeth Quay bus station, take the 995 to Claremont, then take the train back to City West because I'm not allowed to go to Perth, then go on the Yellow Cat from Harold Bowes Gardens back to Forest Place. Now if I did that, I would arrive at Forest Place at about 1:24, which is just over 15 minutes late, so that means with the 3 minutes per 3 minutes late, 1 station removed rule, I would lose 5 stations. However, I would have ticked off extra ones like Elizabeth Quay, Perth Underground, that's 2, and then Claremont 3, Showgrounds 4, Lock Street 5, Karrakatta 6, Shenton Park 7, Daglish 8, Subiaco 9, West Eaterville 10, City West 11. So that means I would have got 11 and 5 removed, which would have been 6. But now going on this Mandurah Line train will just give me 5, so it really it would have been 1 extra station and quite a lot more effort to do that. Now unless somehow Trainatic also gets 30 and it's a draw, that won't really matter. Otherwise I'm gonna be like, whoa, I could have done that and go 1 extra one, but I don't think he'll get that far. There's our bus coming down now, TP 2461. A bit late, but over to Mandurah Station. Still 21 minutes till the next train. Arrived at Mandurah Station, TP 2461. The driver was so stupid. At the Nicholson Road Ranford Road intersection, which is 2 station names, that's cool. Well, at the moment they're probably gonna change them. He was so like not focused that the arrow went green, but it's a very quick light, only about 5 seconds. Arrow went green, he didn't move, even though he should have, and then it just went orange again and red, and then he's stopped and waited for another round, and that intersection is one of the worst traffic lights to be waiting another round at, because it takes so long, and we almost missed the train, but somehow he made up time. It was estimated on the app that he was going to come here after the train, but now there's still 3 minutes. You can see the city in the distance, pretty foggy or smoky today. You can barely see it, that's pretty weird. Anyway, the train is coming in now, 1 minute This is station number 26. This is the final train just back to Perth. I only used 4 trains and I could have used 3 if I just went on the Midland Line from the start. And how many buses? 1, 2, 3 as well. It's not even that much. 3 and 3, that's only 6 for 3 hours worth. 30 stations. I'm just gonna head down and get on the train. And that's our trains at 67 and 65. Missing full stop on the sign. And crossing the Narrows Bridge now back into the city. 3 hours after starting. Elizabeth Quay, second last station.
Passing 5 minutes. This service must also
Arrived at Perth Underground Station, station 30. I've managed to do. That's about, well, it's actually 1/2/5. Yeah, it's 2/5 of all stations in 3 hours, but in a quarter of the time, so that's pretty good. A quarter of the time that it took me to do that 1,000 special night meeting. Anyway, it's 1:03. We're just gonna head up this escalator, which I still can't decipher how much shorter than the Airport Central one it is. I can't find a measurement online. I feel like it's only about half the length, maybe 18 meters or something. I tried counting based on how many steps go across it each minute, but I couldn't calculate it properly. If anyone knows, please tell me. Now it is 1:05 p.m. 2 minutes before the, well, not really the deadline. You can come later if you want, but every 3 minutes you lose a station if you come later. Just in time with that Mandurah Line train. I'm gonna walk back to Forest Place, see if Train Lunatic is already there, or see if I beat him. And I probably went to more stations than him. 30, I don't think you can do much better. I know I said avoid the Mandurah Line at all costs, but it was the only thing I could have transferred to from the southeastern section, so I just went there anyway and got 5 extra stations ticked off. Basically I just did the whole Midland Line, almost the whole Thornlie Line, because of Mackay and Claysburg and Perth at the start, except Perth Stadium. The Thornlie Line doesn't usually stop there anyway. And I did Beckenham, it's part of the Armandale Line because it counts as express, and Redcliffe as well, and then just Murdoch to Perth Underground. And would you look at that, we're right back here at exactly 1:07 p.m. Exactly, which is exactly 3 hours after we left this location. We have come back. Hello. Exactly 3 hours. I was on the dot.
No one's been late.
Yep. So, the big reveal. How many stations did you do?
25.
Oh, I beat you by 5 stations. I went to 30.
I knew
And
you were going to do that.
and those extra 5 were right now along the Mandurah Line from Murdoch to Perth Underground. So let's run through what we both did. You can explain first.
Well, let me get my recording out first.
Okay. Sure.
Station. I decided it was a wonderful idea to take a cab, try and go to MacGyver or something, But then I remember.
Kyber's that way.
Yeah, I know. That's
yeah.
why I was running that way. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way. Then I just went to Perth. Then I took the Fremantle line all the way down to Fremantle.
Fremantle's that way. Yeah.
I don't
You
even
keep
know
pointing
anyway.
it the wrong way.
What?
Yeah.
Then I took Fremantle. I took a bus to Bull Creek. Then I took Bull Creek to Mandurah. Then I Bull
What?
Creek to Perth Underground. Then I went to Perth Underground, walked to MacGyver, then all the way to Mount Morley, I think it was, Mount Morley, then bussed it back to here. It was
So
a horrible
let me just check the counting of that. Yep, so that's 25 stations. Now my route was very different to his. I did not even touch the Fremantle line. So I ran straight into Perth Station and I saw an airport line train leaving in less than a minute towards High Wycombe, and I got on. But then I thought there's way more stations along the Heritage Line up to Midland than just the 3 underground ones. So I got off just at Meltham or Bayswater. It didn't really matter where I would transfer, but I got off at Meltham. Waited for the Midland Line train 7 minutes later, took it all the way down to Midland. I was hoping there would be a bus to High Wycombe, and at that stage I didn't know that I could check the timetables on my phone, so I went there, but then there wasn't any, so I took a bus to Redcliffe instead, 291. I got to Redcliffe. I just counted that station as passing through by bus. I wanted to go to High Wycombe, but then that wasn't possible because I checked on my phone. There was no buses there for like 45 minutes after I arrived to any reasonable location. So I just passed through Redcliffe by bus, took a 940 to Burswood, then headed up to the station and waited about 17 minutes because the frequencies on the Thornlie Line are very bad on Sundays. And then I took it all the way down to Thornlie on the spur line and waited another 10 minutes for a 206 service, which I then took over to Murdoch to do the final section back to Perth Underground, and that was 30 stations. And in fact, I could have done 31 if instead, when I got to Thornlie, I took a 9:30 bus, which was departing 3 minutes after the train left. I could have taken it all the way back to the city, got off at St. George's Terrace, then run to Perth Underground, take the train one stop to Elizabeth Quay, and then take a 995 to Claremont and come back with an airport line train or Fremantle line train from Claremont to Perth. And that would have been about 36 stations, but I would have arrived 15 minutes late, which would remove 5. So that would be 31 stations and 1 extra, but it doesn't really matter because I beat you anyway.
Yeah, you took a lot of buses compared to me. I just thought...
I only took 3, but...
Yeah, but I only took like 1 or 2 to get back to them.
Yeah.
So you thought a lot more about buses than I did.
Well, you could have easily got more stations if you just kept going from Mount Lolly and then taken a bus back later on because you were waiting here for 15 minutes.
When I got to Mount Morley, I checked the timetables, and then by the time I got there, the bus would get back here at 12:45. If I went any further, it would get here at like 1:15.
Yeah, 1:15. That's. I
That
mean,
would have removed like
yeah,
5 seconds. So I
5.
thought better be
It's
safe.
8 minutes and 3 stations, but yeah. Yeah, okay. It was pretty close,
Yeah.
but it would be interesting to do this with even more people who went to different locations.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, but that was just a quick video about that. We were inspired by some previous video on YouTube. I forgot which channel it was. The one, yeah, that there was some similar challenge 2 people
I'll
did.
link it in the description.
Yeah, they spent like 5 hours doing it. But that was before the airport line. A bit different, but still a similar type of video. So you can also watch that after this one. Anyway, I might post this as some sort of subscriber special later on, 1,250 maybe. So that's pretty much the end of this video, and make sure you go and look at his video to see his perspective of this challenge in the description, while his viewers can come and look at mine to see my perspective.
Alright then. Well, that was very interesting video.
Thanks for watching, bye.